Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
Boy, that was fast. ByteDance is backing down to Hollywood. They pledged to curb AI video generator tool Seedance after legal threats from Hollywood. They don't want to piss off Disney and friends. And what this is about is there was a viral video, and there have been some other videos too, but there was a viral video going around the other day. It was Tom Cruise versus Brad Pitt, and I got to be real with you. If you told me that was from a movie, I 100% would believe you, because there's nothing in that video to indicate that it was AI.
Well, there probably were.
But if you were just casually looking at it, you'd be, yeah, because usually like the faces don't look right or the backgrounds don't. No, this thing looked like it was actually part of a movie. And they're freaking out because, yeah, anybody can create Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Disney characters and Marvel characters.
Well, yeah, and the studio's jumping out because it's going to.
They want to do it.
They're going to use it, train it on their stuff, and then the celebrities are freaking out because the unions are freaking out because they're members and you have to pay to use their likeness and voices and all that other stuff because they don't get their cut otherwise. And China's basically saying, okay, we're going to put guardrails on it. Surprisingly,
wink,
but they
wink,
are.
Wink, wink. Sure we are.
I don't know.
Yeah, at least outside the country. Inside, we're going to make all the Mission Impossible movies we want.
Well, it's probably going to, it might depend on that, but they're saying they're going to play ball.
The flip side is, too, though, is that given how good it is now, we've had conversations before about AI and its limitations, whatever, but I can see a future in the very near future where somebody like Tom Cruise could be like, yeah, I can't be doing action movies forever, so I'll just sell myself to one of these companies and they can just license out Robotom. And, you can make, like I said, you can make Mission Impossible movies forever. And he's going to be,
I don't think they're going to do that.
Whatever age forever, yeah. But we'll see. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Check out Crimson Run on Kickstarter. We're going to leave it open for a while. If you guys missed out the first time, we are reoffering this book. It's been out of print. Yeah, it's been a while. It's also got some new perks, so check it out. Here's another opportunity to pick it up. I got some beautiful work in this by Jose Garcia, and we're working on Volume 2 currently. So check it out on Kickstarter. The Hollywood Reporter has ByteDance pledges to curb AI video generator tool Seedance after legal threats from Hollywood. Chinese tech giant says it respects intellectual property rights. Sure they do. This is the company that started TikTok, by the way, and this is the company that had to be taken out of the equation for TikTok to continue to function in the U.S. So, so for whatever it's worth, right? ByteDance, the Chinese tech giant that owns TikTok outside the U.S., said it will strengthen current safeguards on its AI video generating tool Seedance, following threats of legal action from Disney and other Hollywood studios over the use of their intellectual property and short-form videos that are taking over social media. Again, Disney wants short-form AI videos, but they want to control.
Right. And it wasn't just them. It was like studios, and I think it was the unions were threatening stuff.
Yes.
And it was a bunch of places. And so China is working. Well, it's interesting because, the U.S., Hollywood and the movie industry has been trying to get into the Chinese market. And they just started getting back into the Chinese market. But they're willing to throw that away if they're like, hey, you stop doing this or we'll come after you. And so they apparently don't care if China gets pissed and doesn't carry their movies anymore.
Yeah. Seedance 2.0 has caused an earthquake in the West after the latest iteration of the tool has seen the rapid creation and proliferation of hyper-realistic short-form videos featuring some of the world's biggest movie and TV stars, as well as characters from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and other popular franchises. Now, we need to be able to do that, not you plebs. Yeah. Such has been the spread of Seedance videos that Hollywood has been quick to fire back. On Friday, Disney sent a cease and desist to ByteDance over the infringement of its IP. They did the same with Google. And no, they're definitely not anti-AI because Disney is working with OpenAI, and their creative officer, Dana Walden, has been tasked with going all in on AI. They just want to control it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they want control, and they don't want. They want to use AI with their controls, but they don't want anybody else to use their stuff without the permission, and that's across the board.
And I can guarantee you there are people at these companies that are actually looking at these videos and they're like, yeah, send a cease and desist, but they're salivating because they're like, damn, do you know how much it would cost us to do a Tom Cruise Brad Pitt fight on a rooftop, and we can just put in some prompts and get that shit? It's like, just give them a couple of bucks. And no, it's going to be a lot more complicated than that. But the point is that the results are more and more professional. And even though I don't believe AI is ever going to completely replace creatives, it will make it easier and cheaper to do a lot of these things, including the, visual effects and all that. So yeah, but they want to control it. The reaction from other major Hollywood organizations has been just as swift and vehement. The Motion Picture Association, which represents the studios, demanded the tool immediately cease its infringing activity, and the Actors Union SAG-AFTRA accused Seedance of blatant infringement. Added the union, the infringement includes the unauthorized use of our members' voices and likenesses. This is unacceptable and undercuts the ability of human talent to earn a livelihood. I do agree. I think you need to give consent for that, but it's going to be really interesting to see what happens during the next round of negotiations, because the technology is getting to a place where you could theoretically do an entire movie with digital actors, and they should be shitting themselves.
Well, they are, but they're doing everything they can to block this. Well, they can block what they can, but if they're not copyrighted, if they're not real actors, or they're made up actors or something like that, they can't do anything. And they're trying to say, well, if you trained it on us, then, you're in trouble. But it's getting harder and harder to prove, unless you get their backlog, what they trained it on.
That's the thing, because I know, I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt was out there. He was saying the other day that he was like, well, it doesn't matter how they're using AI now. The fact that it was built on, illegal training or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then by that logic, humans are illegally training themselves on how to act and how to draw and how to create and because you just listen to somebody be like, I like Pink Floyd, so I'm going to make music sounds like Pink Floyd.
You take inspiration, you train based on other people did it before you to learn how to do it. Yeah.
Right. And so that's going to be kind of an issue. But here's the thing, there's so many services now. I was thinking about this the other day that are like legit services that actually started under really dubious circumstances, like Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll was a pirate site. I think Tapas or Webtoon, one of those two, they were doing like illegal comic scans and stuff at first. So, you know what I'm saying? So eventually what's going to happen is people are going to forget about it, right? TikTok too, I think they had a bunch of clips on there that weren't quite kosher. They're using music they weren't supposed to use. And then now it's this big thing. So what'll happen is in like 5 years, everybody will be like, oh yeah, I guess they did train. Oh, whatever. We don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're getting paid. We don't give a shit. On Monday, ByteDance told the BBC that the company respects intellectual property rights, and we have heard the concerns regarding Seedance 2.0. We're taking steps to strengthen current safeguards as we work to prevent the unauthorized use of intellectual property and likenesses by users. The company said, but it's unclear what the current safeguards are and how they'll be strengthened. I can tell you usually what they do is they block certain keywords, but you can do an end run around it if you're, so inclined.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing. Yeah, you just have to avoid being like, okay, well, you can't do something with Spider-Man, but this hero in this webbed costume, so it has to be able to identify that actually is a Disney thing or whatever. But people will find a way around it. They always do.
Yeah, but it's interesting, though, because they're basically saying we're going to cooperate.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know to what end, but they're saying China's already said they're going to cooperate, but then it's probably not good for them because more and more of their shows and things are coming over here on streaming services, and their movies and stuff are starting to be popular over here. So it works both ways as far as our stuff going there and their stuff coming here. They probably don't want to lose that either. I don't know, but they say they're going to cooperate.
I was just thinking that myself. I was like, it probably has more to do with they have a lot to lose. They're trying to get their movies over here just like we had our movies over there. And if they nuke that bridge with Hollywood, then no, they're not going to be able to bring their stuff over here. So yeah,
plus you don't want like, tariffs or something else again,
Tariffs! The movie
something like
tax.
that. So, but yeah, so it's interesting because China, they just said, okay, fine, we're going to cooperate.
Yeah, rolled right over. Well, we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.